The Hateful Neighbor. I hate being disturbed when I sleep. It's one of the few things I can't stand. Normally, I am a calm and peaceful person, but if you wake me up, you will see my darker side. So, when I wake up to an unknown melody, I can't help but groan in annoyance. I spin around in my bed, covering my head with my pillow, but the damage is done and I can't sleep again. Irritated, I throw the pillow aside and sit down, murmuring profanities. I look at the alarm clock on my nightstand and I moan in annoyance. It's midnight. Who can be making noises at this hour? It's not even the weekend. After getting up, I walk like a zombie to my window. The cold sneaking through the curtains gives me shivers. I'm used to sleeping with the window open because I've never had problems with nighttime noises. Apparently, that has changed. As I get closer to the window, I recognize the song, Rayando El Sol by Mana. Scratching my head, I open the curtains to find the origin of that song. I froze when I noticed someone sitting in the little chair in the backyard of the Hidalgos. But it's not Apollo this time. My heart beats desperately in my chest when I realize that it's the boy of my obsession, Ars. To describe Ars' words wouldn't do him justice. He's the most handsome guy I've ever seen, and believe me, I've seen a lot. He's tall, athletic, with perfectly defined legs and an ass to die for. His face has a Greek aura, with strong cheekbones and a beautifully shaped nose. His lips are full and look wet all the time. Its upper lip forms an arch like that of the upper part of a drawn heart, and the lower one is accompanied by an almost imperceptible piercing. His eyes take my breath away every time I see them. They are deep blue with a flash of awesome green. Her hair is jet black, which contrasts with his creamy white skin and casually falls on his forehead and ears. He has a tattoo on his left arm of a curving dragon that looks professional and well done. Maybe he has more in the rest of his body, but nobody knows. Everything about Ars screams mystery and danger, which should push me away from him but instead draws me towards him with a force that leaves me breathless. He is wearing shorts, Converse, and a black flannel that matches his hair. I watch him typing something on his laptop, biting his lower lip. Sexy. But then it happens. Ars looks up and sees me. Those beautiful blue eyes meet mine and my world stops. He and I have never shared such a direct glance. Unintentionally, I blush but I can't look away. Ars arches an eyebrow, his eyes cold as ice. Do you need something? His voice lacks emotion, is almost automatic. I swallow thick, struggling to find my voice. His gaze freezes me. How can someone so young intimidate me so much? I almost stutter. He doesn't say anything, just stares at me, getting more nervous. Your music woke me up. You have a good ear, your room is quite far. Is that all? No apologies for waking me up. His eyes go back to his laptop and he continues to type on it. I squeeze my lips in irritation. After a few minutes, noticing that I haven't moved, he turns to look at me. Impatient, do you need something? He repeats with an air of annoyance. That gives me courage to speak. Yes, I actually wanted to talk to you. He gestures for me to continue. Are you using my Wi-Fi? Yes, he doesn't even hesitate to respond. Without my permission? Yes. God, his nerve is disarming. Well, you shouldn't do that. I know. He shrugs, showing me how little he cares. How do you have my password? I have good computer skills. You mean you got it in some fraudulent way? Yes, I had to hack your computer. My eyes open wide, and you say it so casually. Honesty is one of my qualities. I look at him fiercely. You're a. He waits for my insult, but those eyes affect my mind and I can't think of anything creative, so I go for the traditional thing. You're an idiot. His wet lips curl up into a small smile. What an insult. I thought you'd be more creative after discovering your password. My cheeks get hot and I can only imagine how red I should look. He knows my password. My frustrated love since I was kid knows my ridiculous Wi-Fi password. No one is supposed to know it. I murmur, embarrassed. Ars closes his laptop and focuses on me, looking amused. I know many things about you that I shouldn't know, Rachel. Hearing him say my name sent fluttering butterflies into my stomach. I try to be defiant. Like those websites you visit when everyone is sleeping. My mouth opens in surprise but I close it quickly. Oh my God. He has seen my browsing history. Shame does not fit in my body. I'm not a pervert, but I've visited a few porn sites out of curiosity. Just curiosity. I don't know, what are you talking about? Ars smiles. Oh, you do know. I don't like where this conversation is going. Anyway, that's not the point. Stop using my Wi-Fi and making noise. Ars gets up from the little chair, or what? I'll tell on you. Ars laughs. His laughter is hoarse and sexy. You'll tell your mommy? He fakes a childish tone. Yes, or yours. I feel safe on the balcony, but I don't think I would be so brave if we were face to face. He puts his hands inside the pockets of his shorts. I'll continue using your Wi-Fi and you can't stop me. Of course I can. The challenge in our eyes is overwhelming. There's nothing you can do. If you tell my mother, I will deny it and she will believe me. If you tell yours, I'll show her the sites you visit when no one sees you. You're blackmailing me? He caresses his jaw as if thinking, I wouldn't call it blackmail, rather coming to an agreement. I get what I want and you get my silence in return. Your silence on information you got in a fraudulent way, that's not fair. Ars shrugs. Haven't you heard life is not fair? I grind my teeth in annoyance. He's unbearable, but he looks so beautiful under the moonlight. If you have nothing else to say, I'll go back to my laptop. I was doing something important. He turns around, takes his laptop and sits down in the chair. I stare at him like a fool, not knowing if it's because of how much of an idiot he is or because the feelings I had for him when I was a child are not gone at all. Anyway, I have to go back inside. The night chilling air is not pleasant at all. I close the window and defeated I go to my bed to get into my warm sheets. I sigh and my iPhone vibrates on the bedside table. I pick it up. Who could send me a message at this time? I open the message and my eyes open widely in shock. I grunt in frustration. Who is he calling which? And how the hell does he have my number? Apparently, things with ours aren't close to being done, but he's very wrong if he thinks I'm going to sit idly by. You messed with the wrong neighbor, and so, the journey begins with the hateful neighbor. If you want to discover what happens next, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. The next chapter is just a click away.